Hi guys, welcome back to the next session. I'm ProNobis, and now we're going to go over the dungeon cheat sheet, which has a lot of different stuff in it. So you notice that, for the most part, although it's a bunch of entries, it's about the same thing over and over again. So we'll notice we have Cave, Crystal Elf, Dwarven, Forest, and Ishop. And in each of those, we have a boss chamber, a regular chamber, an entrance, a hallway, and a treasure chamber. And of course, we have a way that we can roll randomly. So if you're drawing the map as you go, you can look at what each of these generates, and you can draw it out randomly. And here, they just happen to get a high roll, and they walk straight into a boss chamber right off the get-go. Which is really cool, because that means the most likely thing that's going to happen right after the boss chamber is a treasure chamber. So if you want to do it completely randomly, you can do it completely randomly. If you don't have the time for that and you just want a fully functioning dungeon, you can go up here at the top in these 5-room dungeons. I found 5 chambers seems to be pretty good for a one-shot. So we have a description of the entrance they come to, and we have the boss. And we have this right off the bat, so that we can look at this foreshadowing section and start dropping this. So here as they walk into the first chamber, we have this description, and then we have this description. As they're walking around this description here, I'm going to mention as they're looking around, they find a pile of rusty weapons fused to each other there on the ground. So they might be starting to think there's something here that doesn't like these weapons, so on and so forth. Again, we see this reference down here to a random encounter. And that would be a button you could open to an encounter if the random encounter had been released already. Unfortunately, it's still pre-release, and so you guys won't have access to that. But it does give us several different difficulty options here. There will, of course, be the encounter that's not available yet, but it also gives us a trap and a key feature that's going to do something magical that they'll have to have in the card in the check to figure out what it does. I recommend only using one of these for each chamber. And which one you use depends on which one you like best, and you delete the other two. You can also, for now at least, use an online generator to get you your encounter, and then drop the link into here for future reference just to keep everything neat and tidy. Gives us some random useful items as they're looking around, and it's on to the second chamber, again with the description of the door, the chamber itself, and so forth. So we have 3 chambers, but you're like, I thought you said 5. Well, we also have a boss chamber and a treasure chamber. Don't forget those. Because by golly, once you get past that boss chamber, your players are going to want their loot. And their loot should be a bit better than usual. Which will bring us to the loot cheat sheet, which I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, in a few extra episodes. We're only on cheat sheet 2 at this point. So it gives us a whole lot of information now. Very easy to use, at least in my opinion. Now, why are there 5 different types? Well, there's 5 different types because that's how many I've written so far. And they're going to have different key features. Although they're all going to have some key features that overlap with each other. And really, that's one of the areas I really want to write a lot of. But that no one really seems interested in writing a lot of. If I'm wrong, please leave me notes down in the comments section saying we want more key features. And then they'll appear on the voting section, and you guys can vote it up, and we'll have more key features, and I'll write those. But right now, it's a low demand, so I haven't done that. But there are also some nuances between them, especially Force, that's completely different. Long term, I'd also love to add in a tower generator to this. They'll do probably about 4 floors, because 4 floors seems to be a pretty good map for a tower, because you have 4 corners to your map. Something to note here, and I am going to cheat just a tiny bit by opening up cheat sheet number 8. If we open up the 5-chamber cavern, we can roll up a random map that has 5 chambers and it fits in with what we're talking about. So we'd have 3 regular chambers, boss chamber, and then we have a loot chamber that may or may not be a hidden room. If they get used to you always having 5 chambers, a hidden 5th room won't be a big surprise. But where is the room hidden? Because, I mean, if this is the boss chamber, they're looking down here. What if it's up here? Now, eventually, they're going to get used to the maps, and they know where those are on those particular maps, which is why I need to make a lot more of those maps. But again, that's a low priority right now. If you want that to be a high priority, put it in the comments, and then vote it up once it gets the vote in the Discord. Well, thank you guys for taking a look. And of course, boss link here for if you want to pick a different boss, then it makes it easy to find. Well, thank you guys for taking a look as I showed you through this. Lots of features in there, lots more content still to come. God bless you and have a great day.